All right, Todd Conitzer here with Ignite Media Marketing, and I'm actually sitting here with Ken Warden. He actually owns 12 Stones Tech. And this is kind of interesting. We were talking the other day about different stuff when it came to computers and storage and all that fun techie stuff. And we got on the subject of clouds and clouds. All right, so what is a cloud, right? So everybody is like, well, I'm just going to upload it to the iCloud, or I'm going to just put it in the Google Cloud. Or I was like, well, you know, most people, my parents are in their 60s, they don't know what a cloud is or how a cloud works. And so then you have all the different ideas of how much is storage, and do you use a cloud, or should I use a cloud? And so we got on this great conversation, wasn't it?
It was.
It was actually kind of funny. So we thought we'd do a quick video on clouds and storage, because right now I think that's pretty important in the world we live in, with the NSA doing all these high-tech things and watching over us and stuff. So storage is kind of a premium thing. So Kent, tell us the best definition of what you would say a cloud is.
Well, cloud is basically anything that stores or does computing processing outside of your network.
Oh, okay, so anything that would be not on my computer. So if I'm working on my laptop or my cell phone or whatever, it is this nebulous storage facility that holds backup.
That's right.
That's
outside your network, away from your local devices.
So that's a cloud. Now, there's many clouds. How about, what are the lists of clouds? There's so many clouds.
There's iCloud, Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, that used to be SkyDrive. Amazon has a cloud.
A new cloud, yeah.
There's new ones popping up every day.
And now clouds are buying clouds, and it's almost becoming thunderstorms. No, I don't. It's a mess, is what it is. It's all a big mess. It's so, yeah, do you use a cloud? What are the pluses and minuses? So Kent was sharing with me that stuff that I never even thought of. So let's go over pluses and minuses of using a cloud. So let's just use Google as that, because they've lowered prices. Let's talk about pluses and minuses.
Okay. Well, Google Drive is great. They give you 15 gigs for free just by setting up a Google account, which anyone who has an Android phone has to have a Google account if you want to download software and so on. So a lot of people have them. You use the Gmail, you get 15 gigs of space. A lot of people aren't using the Drive portion of that, though, to store files and photos and pictures and whatever. If you want to upgrade and you are using that and want to go beyond the 15 gigs,
right,
they've just lowered their prices to very reasonable, and I'm sure everyone else will reciprocate shortly, and they can't let Google keep beating them out for long. Although Google is huge and
what they're doing.
Yeah, hard to beat. Google's storage is pretty secure. It transmits from your device to their servers, all encrypted.
Right.
They do not encrypt stuff on their server, though.
Oh, okay.
So, although their data centers are secure, they only, it's a high security area.
They're going to do so much, yeah.
Yeah. If someone could gain access to one of their servers, they could see all your files.
Yeah. Then, you know, there's nothing really, I don't think, to really worry about with that by any means. But we were laughing because I was like, most of these, say Carbonite, or a lot of these different services, they give you what, the 3 to 5.
Yeah, 2 to 5 gigs are free.
Yeah, and they get you in. And I was laughing because Kent, they're like crack addicts, right? So it's like they get you on the corner and they're like, hey, come over here. Let me give you a little storage. And so they give you a little storage, and you start loading all your stuff on there, and then all of a sudden
you're out of storage.
You're out of storage, and then you're jonesing. You need more storage. I need more. And so what happens is they give you this little email and says, hey, you know what? If you get your friend, your neighbor, we'll give you 2 more gigs. And so next you're sending these emails going, hey, why don't you check out this? And so, yeah.
Sign up and help me.
Yeah, that's right. And so they're crack addicts for storage is what it kind of turns into. So, yeah, storage crackers is what I call them. No, but it's very true. So it's a lot of great services, and we use these to back up pictures and videos and things. And they range in price, anywhere from $2 a month to 10
for a few gigs.
Yeah, and then it goes as high as $300 a month. If you've got a small to medium-sized business. And so, but here's the main. This is what blew my mind. He brought up a good point, and I never once thought about it until I used a Carbonite service. And tell them what the minus is to this whole scenario.
Well, one of the drawbacks is you put all this data in the cloud. Mm-hmm. You have to get it there. So you have it on your computer, and you need to upload it. Your upload speed is not usually very fast for most people in this country.
Right. There's people still on DSL lines. There's people trying to use satellites. There's people that have the new Google Fiber here in Kansas City. So everybody's different.
Yeah. And most people, if you're on DSL or even a cable modem, your upload speed with cable maxes out about 6 gig. Comcast is starting to offer some higher speeds. They're starting to do that. Google Fiber in this area has pushed Comcast and some of the other ones to offer some higher speeds that aren't available elsewhere. So we kind of we're getting some advantages in our area just because Google's in the area.
Right.
So, but even if you had the Google connection, that's from you to their hub, or a short distance. When you go to Carbonite, I don't know where their server is.
Yeah, you have no idea.
It may take a dozen hops through various networks to get there. You're not going to probably get anywhere near that speed.
Right. Now I'm going to give you an example of that. I tried Carbonite a little while back, and because I was concerned, am I going to lose my pictures that I have on my computer and things? And so I signed up for the free service. What nobody tells you is, like, let's say you go watch a YouTube video, right? And you click YouTube and you start watching the video. It starts playing fairly quickly. The problem comes into play is that if you're going to upload that 6-minute video, this video we're creating here, it could take 20, 30, 40 minutes for me to upload this video to YouTube for you to watch it. And so that's what he's talking about. We put all that information in this cloud, and the cloud, we have to access this and get our information back, or our computer crashes.
Right.
And when our computer crashes, how long does it take from the cloud to get back to our computer? And unfortunately, it can be days. Example, Carbonite, I put them on my computer, and it said it worked up in the corner every time I logged on. It took 4 to 5 days just to get all my information uploaded to their information.
And that's, I hear commonly of 2-3 weeks. I did a calculation of 500 gigs could take anywhere, even 50 days.
Yeah.
And that's with your computer running full time. If your computer goes to sleep or you shut it off,
Yeah,
it's no longer moving that data. So turn it around and come down. I picked an average of about 10 megabit connection speed, which is fairly normal. Some people aren't that fast, some people are faster. It was still 5 days to bring that back down to your computer. So if you've got a small amount, it's pretty quick, but when you get into large quantities of data, it's still a good idea for backup purposes if you just need to store it there, in the case
of something
really bad happening. But if you need that data, if it's business critical data, you may want to have another backup somewhere locally. Maybe it's outside your business, you keep it at your home, or vice versa, home data, keep it at business, or a friend's house, somewhere that you can access quickly if it's a large quantity of data, like all your video files.
Oh yeah, I've got,
If your house burned down and somebody needed that video the next day, you better have a backup somewhere besides on a cloud service that you can access that.
And so that brought us to the next decision. Kent has a passion for small businesses. He has a passion for homeowners and people that have common computers, and that's why he created 12 Stones Tech. So I was like, Kent, what do you use? And he's like, well, I use some of that, but I also created my own. And so we started going through the different processes. Now most of us have one of these, right? It's just a little backup, little hard drive, 500 gigs, 1 terabyte, whatever that's going to be. And these are great because I use a 2 terabyte drive for a lot of my video stuff. The problem with them is that we have multiple computers in our house now. So these only...
If you connect that to a single computer, one computer can access it.
That's it. I can't share it. I can't send I'd have to email a file or do whatever for my wife to see it in whatever she's working on. So there's limitations. These are great for backups and to working on projects, but not good for computers like most.
That would be good to put a backup on and take it to your neighbor's house, so if yours burns down, you're good.
Yeah, well there you go, yeah.
At least your data is good.
I was like, well that's great, Ken, I appreciate that. So what else is there?
We're gonna get your house burned down yet.
He doesn't offer arson services, but anyway, here we go. So he came up with, he created 3 different options because he's been working with small businesses in the home. He's actually working with families that are now 3 to 5 computers in a household, and we have all our stuff digital and transferring things back and forth. So why don't we go over those real quick, Ken, and just kind of give them a brief synopsis of that.
The first one is not something that I produce, but these are just NAS boxes that you can pick up Best Buy, Micro Center,
Wherever.
a number of stores that sell computer type products.
Okay.
This particular model has a single hard drive. You usually get these up to about 2 terabytes. Some of them are starting to push up to 3 and 4.
Right.
It's a single hard drive, so if it crashes, your data's gone.
Okay.
So it's good. It allows you to share over the network.
Right.
And if you keep a copy on your machine and put it here, now you've got 2 different drives with the data on it. And that's a reasonable backup for most things.
His goal is that each computer can share it simultaneously at the same exact time, and that you can access the material and move it back and forth. The thing that scares us to death is this quote-unquote network, and Kent, that's what he loves to do. Network is just a big fancy word to have this localized system that we can all access into, and that's what he does. He helps set that up. You can do it yourself. It takes just a little time. It's just that if you're not a techie person like my parents that could benefit for something like this, you need somebody like Kent to just come in and set it up and take care of it. And it doesn't cost a whole lot. What is it to set it up? And what, $200-300?
$200.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be anything atrocious by any means. But the benefit to it is sharing amongst everything. And then again, what's the other benefit? Speed, right?
Yes. When this is on your local area network, you can access it pretty quickly. You're not limited by your internet connection. You're only limited by your own network.
Right. And so in today's world that we live in, we're sharing music, we're doing videos, we're sharing movies, things like that. We can put on this device and share it amongst the different computers. Let's show them the other ones. These other ones Kent has designed himself, and they're pretty cool.
This is what I call a mini server.
Right.
This is limited on hard drive space, but I can get at least 2 gigs in here.
Right.
Scratch that.
2 terabytes.
2 terabytes in this.
Hey, that was a scratch. Anyway, go ahead.
And it's a small device you can put on a shelf next to your router, put it on your desk. Everyone on the network can access this. I can actually set this up where you can access it remotely outside your house. At my house, I use a little larger device for my business in my home. But I can access everything I want from
everything you want
remotely from my phone
and the kids can share the pictures back and forth. You can do just about anything.
Yeah, it makes a quick, easy way from taking a photo. Instead of uploading to the iCloud or Google, I can go to my own drive, and then when I go sit down at my computer, it's right there.
Yeah.
I pull up my Explorer, and it's.
Now, there's another thing too. Is this? It is your own cloud. So basically, if you're in a hotel room and you're on the road, you can access this, but again, you're limiting your time because you don't know what the hotel internet
when you would pull this data from your home to wherever you are,
Yeah.
it's got to go up your upload speed. So if you have a very limited upload speed, it's going to limit you on that. So in that standpoint, if you put something in the cloud somewhere and you have a higher speed download elsewhere, you'll get it quicker than relying on your upload speed.
So it's going to be back and forth on those, but the benefit to this is a lot of us right now are using stuff in our homes, and we just want to make sure it's all backed up. So it's pretty cool.
But on these devices, you can also have servers for all of your music, videos that you may have, photos that you can maybe stream to your TV, Blu-ray players, tablets, all those devices, all from this.
And that's kind of where I'm going to probably be heading, because I've been using just a mass storage device for a lot of the video stuff. But again, I have to plug it in. So I can't just access it whenever I want, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So,
okay. The other advantage of that is that's actually a full computer board in that, which gives you a higher speed network connection. Most of your NAS boxes are in the 20 megabit.
Yeah, he's talking about these.
Yeah, that type of box. Even some of the little larger ones, they'll get you up in maybe the 50. I can get over 100. With that device.
So speed's a lot, man.
Yeah, so it can actually handle the processing that needs for passing that data around.
Okay.
So
this is the last one here. This is awesome.
a little larger enclosure. This would have a similar processor to what that one would. I could put a bigger processor in this if you had other activities that you needed to run on the server. But this one would mainly just hold more hard drives, so you can have more storage space.
And in today's world, you're dealing with small to medium-sized businesses need to have something similar to this. But homes, believe it or not, everything is going digital. So I think we're going to get to a place where most homes will be using smaller boxes like this that we can all access all that material from. I mean, movies alone, if you're storage movies, I mean, DVDs anymore. I have old DVDs sitting on a shelf that we don't really ever access. If we actually had them in something like this from Netflix, or we downloaded them or bought them off of Amazon or whatever, they could actually be stored somewhere so you could actually access them quickly. And that's the way all of our services do. That's what you do, right?
Yep.
You do TVs as well, networking
Yep,
systems, audio
I've
equipment.
built custom computers for sitting at your TVs to be able to play any content that you want.
Yeah. So that's his specialty, and that's what he loves. Which some of us gotta love some things. He just loves weird things. That's all. That's all that is.
I just enjoy helping people with their digital problems,
needs.
if
Right,
you will,
right.
and solving those for them.
Yeah, and that comes to another thing. Let's just talk about 12 Stone Techs for a minute. He actually does computer cleanups. So he goes anything from your storage problems and coming up solutions, because sometimes a cloud service is just as good as using one of these mass storage. It just depends on your needs. But he also does computer cleanup, right?
Yes.
He does, so remote control, just sitting at home, he remotes in and cleans up. What do you do with that? I don't.
If you called me up and said, hey, my computer's running slow, I got all these problems, I'll say, all right, let's do this, and I'll have you go to a website, you download a little file, you run it, you give me a code, it lets me access your machine.
So you can sit and watch him work.
You can sit there and watch me, you can you could take over and cancel the session if you didn't like what I was doing.
Right.
So you're in control, you can see what I'm doing. And I'll usually walk through with you and say, do you use this program, do you use this program?
Okay.
And I'll delete those things and clear them out. There's a lot of toolbars and just junk
just junk
programs that come in. A lot of people, they'll run an update on something, and if you don't uncheck certain boxes, next thing you know, you've got all these programs that are running pop-up ads, different things. And
All the stuff that really annoys.
Yes, that people get frustrated and they finally call.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to stop it. They're like, I'm tired of seeing ads for all these different things. And
So he charges what, 90 bucks I think for a remote in, and then if he needs to come to your location, it's like what, 130?
yeah, on-site cleanup is 125.
Yeah, 125. So he could actually come to you if you don't feel comfortable trying to do it yourself. So that's a great service because it's a flat fee. It's not by hours. He does that for introductory for his new customers. After that, he can kind of work on bigger projects. There's going to be some of you guys watching this going, what's a cloud and how this works? Call Kent. I mean, 12 Stone Techs, he's really going to take care of you and steer you in the right direction. He's a big heart for that. So.
Yeah, I enjoy just chatting with people and trying to educate them on how things work. And I will educate until you're full.
Yeah, he will. But it's good though. It's all
Most
good.
people get to a point that their eyes glaze over and they that's it, I can't take anymore.
We need people like you in this world though, Ken. We really do.
Someone has to understand it, and I have people that I can go talk to that know a lot more than I do. There's always someone out there that knows more.
That's true.
So, especially in different fields, it's hard to know everything about everything.
Right. Now, unless you're me.
That's Todd knows.
Okay, well, I just okay. Ken, thank you for you. No, this has been really good, guys, and I hope it's been great information. It really helped me. I know it sounds goofy, but since I'm always doing videos and trying to store stuff, going through the different options has been very good. So, guys, have a blessed day, and I'm going to put all Ken's contact information and everything on here so you can give him a shout. Kansas City area, of course. But if you're doing a remote cleanup somewhere and you're seeing this video, you can do it anywhere. So if you're sitting in Idaho right now eating a potato, wait a minute, do they eat potatoes in Idaho?
I don't know,
They make them.
all out.
But you can do it there too. So guys, have a blessed day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and hope this was a good help for you.
Thank you.